Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about dreams now. Um, Dreams, what I think of dreams. I think that it's sort of a roll of the die what it is, and I think perhaps not everyone, but everyone is kind of correct about dreams. There's different theories. Uh, eh, Dreams are basic. One of them is dreams are basically a playback of everything you've done all day. So it's just a playback of things that you've experienced in that day or that week, and it's just replaying back. There are some who theorize that it's some sort of intuition and something that's very strange and can tell the future, and things like that. There's also a theory where um, they think that they are suppressed thoughts, and that's why they're so crazy and wacky and stuff. It's because, like, you see a brick building and then you see birds coming out of the building that are like green or something, and that's supposed to mean something. Um, some think that it's just the imagination running wild and doing its thing. Um, an interesting fact that I learned while I was in psychology is that sleep during sleep, 80% of your brain is being used. So you use more of your brain while you're sleeping um, than when you're having to, use your body for functions. They say I think it's a 30% to 80% difference. Or, yeah, like 30% when you're awake, 80% when you're asleep. So that's interesting, and that's just something that they attach little gadgets to your head and do sleep studies, and they, figure that out. But it's interesting because why would we need to use more of our brain while we're sleeping? Is it to composite the things that we've learned so we don't forget? Is it because our I mean, not all of us, our attention spans are varied, but a lot of humans, their memories are a lot longer than some other animals. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. And I also would like to look up. This is just for humans. I would like to look up if they've done sleep studies on like chimpanzees, of course, and cats and dogs, just to see what their brain looks like when they're asleep. Do they use a massive amount of their brain at a time when they're sleeping? It's just interesting because I remember in psychology they also showed us like the picture, the little CAT scans of what the brain looked like, and they were saying like the frontal right lobe, like depending on what sleep cycle they were in, the frontal right lobe of this one person and the back of the left lobe, they were like working together, and you could see like it doing this swooshy thing. It was really cool and interesting. So I mean, interesting by like what the fuck is going on in my brain when I'm sleeping that I don't know about. It's weird. But I just wanted to share with you all that I think dreams are a compilation of it all. Just a little bit of everything, if that makes any sense. Like sometimes it is intuition, sometimes it is just a recollection of the day, sometimes it is suppressed thoughts, sometimes it's a mixture of it all. Like, it's really crazy. But I do have a book about dreams, and it's been right every now and then. But that's why I say it's a variation of suppressed thoughts. Because this little dream encyclopedia, I think you can look it up on Amazon if you want. It's like um, it's everything that the suppressed thoughts could be. So like it says a building, and if your family were around, it has a little thing for that. So you read it in order like that, and it tells you well, your suppressed thoughts could be this, or it could be this, or whatever. But I thought it was interesting. And I've had like many arguments before too with my friends and my fiance and whatever about like you get out of a sleep and you thought it was super real. You thought it was real, you thought it was there, you thought someone died, or you thought someone cheated, or if you thought whatever. And then you come back here and you're crying. Like, you wake up and you're here and you're crying. So like that's weird and that kind of connection. I've had arguments about why that is, and most people think it's um, suppressed thoughts, and you're just having your brain is trying to cope with it or whatever. But I don't know. A lot of the times with psychology, it seems like the only way to really get to the root of the problem is to understand it yourself and try to make sense of it in some sort of positive way to go past and create your own coping skill. But yeah, like I think that's pretty cool. My dreams as of late have been very futuristic and very lucid. Lucid being I'm able to change things. Like I can touch, like here I'm sitting here and I have this can of tobacco. I could touch this tobacco and say popcorn, and like it would be popcorn in there. I was like, oh, this is my type of place. Like I want to live here forever. Why do I and then I wake up every time that I get comfortable in my dreams. I've noticed I wake up here where I don't want to be sometimes. I mean, it's not too bad, but you know what I'm saying. Like, what an awesome world it would be to be kind of like your own god, sort of. Like poof, you created this existence, so you can do whatever you want, and I get a lot of those dreams. The weirdest dream, though, which I have now, I don't know, I made sense of it when I was like 16 or 17, but I was like 3 or 4, and I remember it'd be like this. It would be this color manila paper. It's kind of yellow. Okay, and it would start off with this black dot. It would look just like that, except I can't see anything else. So you would that right there. That's my dream. And as I'm looking at this dot, there are these little flares that show up, kind of like that. Yeah. So then, and it's blurry like that too. That's what's weird. So then these little flurries start becoming bigger, little circularly, hairy-looking things. Kind of like that, but a little more, like, it's not as still. It's still moving and stuff. And then these turn into, like, this sort of thing. And then that turns into, like, this. And it turns into, like, it just gets bigger and bigger, and they're like scribbles, and then I become consumed of the scribbles, and then I wake up and I'm freaking out. Like, but to my like, to what I think psychologically what that means or whatever is just, there's one single, that single thing is me. It could be. And all of this could be the chaos that ensues, so that's like what my life is to be. And also some dreams will go really quickly, like it'll go quick, like it'll go dot, hairy things, chaos, scribbles, and then sometimes it'll end, and then other ones it'll do that again, but then it'll go backwards. It'll go, huge scribbles, and you can only see black, to a little bit of scribbles, to little filament hairs, and then the dot. So, like, I see it going forward and backwards, like, all the time, like, in my dreams. And I've had that a couple of times in my adult life so far, but only once or twice. But when I was a kid, it was all the time, this thing, and it freaked me out because I didn't understand it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck, like, some fucking scribbles trying to eat me, I don't know, like, what the hell, like, but, as far as I can think, it's like, like there was a singular atom, a singular thing, and it branched out and became everything. And then me watching it backwards is like everything finally becoming, or that single thing finally becoming everything, and then everything coming back down to the one singular thing. And that's what it all is about. That's what we are. That's it. Blah. Like some kind of, I don't know. But that is such a strange dream to even, like, fathom. But I thought I'd share it with you all and also have it on camera because, maybe one day I'll be old and not remember it and be like, what the hell? What's this dream? And I'll remember that I've talked about it. Who knows? Hopefully it'll come in use. But thank you for watching, and tell me about your dreams. Do you have weird, like, symbolic dreams like that? Do you have, like, like, I don't know, people throwing stuff at you. I don't have that, but one of my friends, her, people people are throwing like apples, not hard at her. They're just like tossing it like that, like flowers. She's like, they should be flower petals, but they're apples. She's like, what's up with that? I was like, I don't know. Maybe they're throwing knowledge at you, and I don't know. I mean, apple could mean knowledge. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and this one was really long. I'm sorry.